Is Kuro Games reshaping Wuthering Waves, pulling it away from its lighter, more casual beats and throwing it headfirst back into its darker, more sinister roots? That's exactly what version 2.6 feels like right now. It's not just another banner cycle, not just another round of quests. It's a full-on pivot that could either elevate Kuro Games as one of the boldest studios in the gacha sphere or remind us that even the most ambitious developers can stumble when they gamble too hard. The hype is sky high, the expectations are brutal, and the stakes have never been sharper. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? At first glance, it looks like more of the same. Two new characters, a flashy quest line, and a pile of content to grind through. The surface is shining enough to distract anyone, but look deeper. 2.6 isn't just about content drops. It's a statement. It's Kuro Games showing their hand, saying loud and clear how they want Wuthering Waves to feel, how they want it to live, and how they want us to play. That's why even the tiniest details land heavy. The claim all button isn't just a button, it's an apology for months of daily irritation. The flight system overhaul isn't just polish, it's a complete rewrite of how freedom feels in-game. They didn't tweak, they rebuilt. That's the philosophy here. No half measures. And when a studio shows they're willing to tear things down and rebuild them for the player's sake, hype transforms into loyalty. And loyalty? That's the fuel driving the wildfire around 2.6. Now, to the big names. Augusta and Yunwa. Augusta, radiant and furious, looks like she marched out of a myth. An armored sun goddess with enough voltage to light up an entire server farm. She's an electro DPS. She's fast, aggressive, and dangerous. Then Yunwa enters. A silk and steel moonlight presence, healer and support, her kit perfectly angled to elevate Augusta. They aren't just characters, they're living metaphors. Sun and moon, fire and calm, balance written in binary. Pulling them isn't just for meta, it's like stepping into the story itself. And speaking of story, Kuro's is splitting the arc into two parts. Some call it time gating, but let's be real. It keeps the community buzzing instead of burning through everything in one weekend. After 2.5's emotional wreckage, players are already braced for chaos. The great hunt, the whispers of catastrophe. The paranoia is real and Kuro is feeding it drip by drip. And paranoia, if you play it right, is marketing gold. And speaking of paranoia, with 5 limited banners coming to version 2.6, aren't you worried about your asteroid count? That's exactly why you should be checking out LD Shop. If your wallet is already sweating at the thought of Augusta, and everything else lined up, LD Shop is going to be your lifeline. It's packed with exclusive deals of up to 27% in discounts, including 15% if you click that link in the description. LD Shop is from the trusted LD Emulator Group and are partnered with Razer Gold to deliver safe, secure, and fast top-ups in under 30 minutes. Treat it as your secret weapon for surviving the banner flood and still having something left over for the next big pull. Now, end your fears and let's talk about version 2.6 some more. Lore 2 is getting a shakeup. No more hunting for scraps buried in endless walls of text. The new weapons gallery tab centralizes it all. It's small, but it tells us something big. Kuro finally wants the story to be accessible, not homework. For once, players can explore the narrative without feeling like they're decoding ancient script. Of course, no patch is complete without danger. The False Sovereign looms, a nightmare boss dripping with cosmic horror aesthetics. It's not just another fight, it feels like a missing piece in the Trinodian puzzle. And then there's Tide Defense Simulator, the event headliner. Tower defense mechanics? Bold choice. Strategic player cheer? Combat purist groan? Kuro is walking a razor-thin line between innovation and filler. Then comes the eternal gotcha question. Endgame. Tower of Adversity expands, and so does the shadow of power creep. Will Augusta and Yunwa outshine old favorites? Will HP inflation creep in until the only way forward is to pull every new shiny unit? This is the balancing act every live service game faces, and this is where Kuro's credibility is on trial. Deliver balance, and they raise the bar. Slip, and all that goodwill burns away overnight. And then the trailer drops one bomb no one saw coming. Mounts. Rover riding Augusta's Griffin was a blink and you miss it tease. But speculation exploded instantly. With Turtle Echoes and Inferno Rider already in the game, the leap doesn't feel impossible. If true, mounts could redefine exploration, and this is another signal that Kuro isn't afraid to rip up the rulebook. But here's the real kicker. Watch that trailer again, and remember the fallout from 2.5. It's clear, we're stepping into a transition. Wuthering Waves has always had darkness at its core, a dystopia painted over with pastel at launch to attract a broader audience. But that veneer is finally fading. The roots are showing again. Version 2.6 feels like Phase 2, a careful descent back into the shadows, easing players into the truth without knocking them flat. So what does it all mean? Wuthering Waves 2.6 isn't just an update. It's a fork in the road that shows Kuro's greatest strengths: daring storytelling, player-first fixes, fearless redesigns, and a propensity to listen to their audience. But it also exposes their weakest pressure points: endgame design, balance, and the eternal threat of power creep. The optimism is electric, but so is the dread. This is the moment where Kuro proves they're not just another studio or falls into the same pit as everyone else. So what do you guys think? Will 2.6 secure Wuthering Waves as a gacha giant, or will it mark the beginning of a slow unraveling? Drop your thoughts below. I want to see where you stand. And if this video hit home and resonated with ya, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.